Hello everyone and welcome back to Showbiz India. My name is Agam Arora and it's time now for the ThawarPower segment. That is our legal segment with our resident expert, Sharon Tower. Sharon, thank you so much for joining us.
Absolutely, Agam. It is such a pleasure to be here and talk about the cutting immigration issues with your audience.
Absolutely. Well, today's topic is crime and deportation. So I want to ask you right off the bat, is it common for immigration consequences to follow after conviction in a criminal case?
Absolutely, Agam. You will not believe how many people get into trouble with deportation court just because they have a criminal conviction. I see it every single day. They either get into drug offenses or the DWI, drunk driving, or domestic violence issues, or some sort of white-collar crime issues, fraud, H-1B visa fraud, a multitude of issues there. And the sad part is they are putting their own status or non-status into jeopardy by doing so. And it's very, very important to make sure that you get private counsel at the criminal court level to make sure that you don't just accept the government's plea and you don't just accept that you are guilty. Fight it. Make sure they prove it to you. Look at their evidence. And are you really guilty or not? Because what happens at the criminal level will definitely have a great impact at the immigration court level. The judge is going to say to you, you pled guilty. You said you did this and you have agreed to it. So now you are guilty. You cannot retry your criminal case in immigration court. And so now in immigration court, the consequence is deportation. And there's nothing less. And that's a very drastic consequence. So make sure that you do get private counsel at the criminal court level. And also, when you are in deportation court, you should also have private counsel to make sure that they are guiding you and they are preparing you for court. One of the biggest mistakes I see is that people are not prepared. They are not ready. They don't know what to testify to, what to say, which documents to bring, how their demeanor is supposed to be, whether or not they should have witnesses. And all this is extremely important because you're fighting for your right to stay in this country. And it's like do or die. And it's a one-time opportunity. You want to make sure that you don't just, blow off any kind of notices to appear that may come into the mail for you. Do sign for them, accept them, read through it. If you don't understand it, seek a lawyer. Have them explain it to you. Charge 1, 2, and 3. Ask for the bottom. The bottom is called I-213. That's a very important piece also. And make sure that the charges are correct. Sometimes they get the dates wrong. Sometimes they got your port of entry wrong, or your country wrong, or what you did wrong. The crime is wrong. Something like that. Sometimes they say you crossed the border, but actually you entered into the country with a B1, B2 visitor visa. And every single word in immigration matters. Are you admissible or not admissible? How did you come in the country? Very, very important. And not only that, if something is wrong with your notice to appear, we can actually dismiss the case. And we have done that before.
Well, thank you again for being here with us.
Anytime.
And for those of you at home, if you have any other legal questions or want legal advice, you can always reach out to Sharon and her team. Or if you have a question or topic you want us to discuss on air, you can email us at showbizindiatv.com.